Karen's sneer could curdle milk. She loomed over my cousin Lila, a 15-year-old with a phone glued to her hand, now trembling as Karen's meaty fist crushed the device into a splintered mess. The market buzzed with the usual Saturday chaos: vendors hawking mangoes, kids dodging through stalls, but all eyes were on this showdown. Lila, my shy, TikTok-obsessed cousin, had only wanted to film a dance clip by the fruit stands. Karen, in her garish floral muumuu, had other plans. It started innocently enough. Lila, with her bright pink scrunchie and nervous giggle, propped her phone against a crate to record her moves. She'd been practicing for weeks, hoping to go viral with her choreography to some bubblegum pop song. The market was her stage, the vibrant chaos of Hanoi's weekend stalls her backdrop. But Karen saw Lila's joy as a personal affront. She waddled over, her sister Sharon trailing behind like a shadow in an equally loud dress, both of them radiating that entitled aura that screams, "I'm better than you, and I'll prove it." "Who do you think you are, twirling like some internet wannabe?" Karen barked, her voice cutting through the market's hum. Lila froze mid-step, her sneakers squeaking on the pavement. "This is a market, not your personal dance studio." Karen's chins wobbled as she gestured wildly, drawing a crowd. Sharon, ever the loyal sidekick, nodded smugly, arms crossed over her chest. Lila stammered, "I am just filming a video. It's not hurting anyone." Her voice was small, her eyes darting to the phone still recording. That was her mistake, drawing Karen's attention to the device. "Not hurting anyone," Karen scoffed, snatching the phone from the crate. "This TikTok nonsense is rotting your brain." She held it up like a trophy, her sausage fingers gripping it tightly. Lila lunged forward, but Sharon blocked her, a human wall of polyester and superiority. "Kids these days," Sharon muttered. "No respect for real life." The crowd murmured. An elderly vendor, Mr. Tran, clutched his basket of lychees, his weathered face creased with worry. A young man, probably a college student, pulled out his own phone, recording the scene. Karen didn't notice. She was too busy ranting. "You think you're special because you can shake your hips for likes? Pathetic." With a dramatic flourish, she slammed Lila's phone onto the pavement. The crack echoed like a gunshot. Lila gasped, tears welling up as she stared at the shattered screen. I was across the market, haggling over a bag of rice, when I heard the commotion. By the time I pushed through the crowd, Lila was on her knees, gathering the pieces of her phone like they were fragments of her heart. Karen stood over her, triumphant, while Sharon egged her on. "That's what you get for disrespecting a public space," Sharon said, as if Lila had been spray painting graffiti instead of dancing. "Karen, stop," I shouted, shoving my way to Lila's side. My cousin looked up, her face streaked with tears. "She broke it," Lila whispered. "It had all my videos, my messages, everything." Her voice broke, and so did something in me. I turned to Karen, who didn't even flinch. She just smirked, her eyes glinting with that smug satisfaction only a true bully knows. "You're going to pay for that," I said, my voice low but shaking with rage. Karen laughed aloud, grating cackle that made the crowd shift uncomfortably. "Pay? For what?" "Teaching this brat a lesson." She gestured to Lila like she was a stray dog. "Maybe now she'll learn some manners." The market was a pressure cooker now, the air thick with tension. Mr. Tran stepped forward, his voice shaky but firm. "You can't just destroy someone's property," he said. The college student nodded, still filming, his jaw tight. Karen rolled her eyes. "Mind your business, old man," she snapped. "And you," she pointed at the student, "stop recording or you're next." That was her second mistake. The crowd wasn't having it. Murmurs turned to shouts. "Leave the kid alone," someone yelled. "Who do you think you are?" another voice added. Karen and Sharon, used to getting their way, didn't back down. They doubled down, hurling insults at Lila, at me, at the crowd. "You're all just jealous of us," Sharon shrieked, which was so absurd it almost broke the tension. Almost. I pulled Lila to her feet, her hands still clutching the broken phone. "We're calling the police," I said, loud enough for everyone to hear. Karen's smirk faltered, but she recovered quickly. "Go ahead," she taunted. "They'll side with me. I'm protecting public decency. The irony was suffocating. Karen and Sharon, with their loud voices and louder outfits, were the ones disrupting the market. They'd turned a joyful moment into a spectacle of cruelty, all because they couldn't stand a teenager having fun. I dialed the police, keeping my eyes on Karen. Lila leaned against me, her sobs quieting but her shoulders still shaking. The police arrived faster than I expected, 2 officers weaving through the crowd. The college student handed over his video, which captured everything: Karen's rant, the phone smashing, Sharon's complicity. The officers listened as Lila explained, her voice steadier now but still laced with hurt. I chimed in, pointing out the broken phone and the crowd's testimony. Mr. Tran spoke up, too, his words carrying the weight of someone who'd seen too much injustice in his years. Karen tried to spin her story, claiming Lila was disturbing the peace, and she was just defending the market's values. It was a weak defense, and the officers weren't buying it. The video evidence was damning, and the crowd's outrage sealed it. "You destroyed private property," one officer said, his tone flat but firm. "And you're causing a public disturbance. Come with us." Sharon gasped, clutching her purse like it was a lifeline. "You can't arrest us," she squealed. "We're respectable women." Karen, though, went quiet, her face paling as the reality hit. Handcuffs clicked around their wrists, and the crowd erupted in cheers. Lila wiped her eyes, a flicker of relief crossing her face as Karen and Sharon were led away, still muttering about kids these days. The aftermath was bittersweet. Lila's phone was beyond repair, a $300 loss that held years of memories: videos of her dog, chats with friends, her carefully edited dance clips. I promised to help her get a new one, but the hurt lingered. The market returned to its rhythm, vendors calling out prices, kids laughing again. Mr. Tran gave Lila a free bag of lychees, patting her shoulder with a kind smile. The college student, whose name was Min, uploaded his video online, and by evening, it was trending with hashtags like Karen Takedown and Justice for Lila. Karen and Sharon faced charges for destruction of property and public disturbance. The police told us they'd likely get fines and community service, maybe more if Lila's family pursued damages. It wasn't just about the phone, though. It was about the entitlement, the cruelty, the way they thought they could bully a kid and walk away unscathed. The universe, or at least a crowded Hanoi market, had other plans. Lila didn't dance again that day, but she did the next week. She borrowed my phone, set it up by the same fruit stall, and filmed a new video. This time, Mr. Tran clapped along, and Min joined in, hyping her up. The clip went viral, not just for her moves, but for the story behind it: a teenager reclaiming her joy after 2 Karens tried to snuff it out. The comments poured in. "You go, girl. And karma got those Karens good." There's a lesson here, sharp and clear. People like Karen and Sharon thrive on power trips, thinking their loud voices and louder egos make them untouchable. But the world doesn't bend to bullies forever. Sometimes, it takes a broken phone, a brave kid, and a crowd of strangers to remind them actions have consequences. Lila learned it, tush stronger now, less afraid to stand up. And me? I'm just proud to be her cousin, watching her dance through the pain, one viral video at a time. The end.